Boom, boom. This is Kendra. Everybody, welcome back to my channel. All right, I got a bit of Bleach Immortal Soul up today. Now, one thing you might notice is that the screen looks slightly different. It's much sharper, much more responsive as well. What I'm doing is I'm using an application called Senbonzakura. I've been having trouble getting my getting Bleach to work inside of BlueStacks. For some reason, it just keeps downloading and unpacking and downloading and unpacking and downloading and unpacking, and it just kept doing that over and over and over. And I didn't know why, because it was working fine on my phone, but I couldn't get it to work on this. So I decided to go ahead and bypass the actual BlueStacks. So I'm running it on Senbonzakura. So if you do have a Samsung phone, it's really simple. There's a lot of tutorials on how to connect using mirroring and multicasting. I don't find any of that to be very give you a very clear picture. Sometimes it's blurry, and sometimes it's laggy, but this is not. This is completely fine. It's the response is instantaneous, so it's even a lot better than BlueStacks. so let's go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, so that's the reason I didn't do this video yesterday, is because I was having trouble getting it connected. So we do have a Soulbox event up. For those of you watching my videos for the first time, this is where you want to spend your Soul Jade. You should not spend your Soul Jade on anything else except for Soulbox events, because this will allow you to get the character and it will allow you to get the weapon. Okay, so we have a couple of good characters. As always, these are very good characters, both of these. We got Flyzen, who pretty good DPS character, but I don't have either of these characters, so neither one would be a really good fit for what I'm going. But they both do have, they both are good characters. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So we've got, let's see who's first here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Senbonzakura. For those of you not sure, this is what you can get his this is his Zanpakuto, so that's what it is. So good DPS, buff after kill. He has some excellent attacks. One of the things I was a little bit thinking about doing was possibly getting a straight one, basically not an AoE nuker, but just a one character nuker. Maybe to get a little bit better score inside of the squad boss. But for the most part, I don't think that would be useful for me, simply because of the fact that it just takes too long, too much to get. This game is just not, they don't offer much in terms of multiple characters. You pretty much have to use, your top 10 characters. Running through more characters is just not something that's effective in this particular game. So I don't see the reason to actually do it. So I'm not going to do either of these, but they are both good characters if you're a newer player, or if you're looking for somebody to an attacker for your team. Then Senbonzakura and Flyzen would be both excellent for that. But for me, neither. So I'm not going to do any drawing on that one. So I'll just go ahead and save up my Soul Jade, and hopefully we'll have a Soulbox event for one of the ones on my team, or one of the ones that I'm looking for actually in the next Soulbox event. Other than that, nothing's changed. The game's still appearing possibly dead. They have not introduced the rest of the story. We're still about halfway through the story. Doesn't seem to be any indication that they're going to continue. They've stopped at 27, so after 27 there's no 28. They're still down inside. They're still fighting, Iroquois and whatnot. Okay, so they're still going up against the Espada. I mean, that's like not even halfway through the actual series, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's where we're at in terms of that. So yeah, those are both good characters. So if you're a newer player, or if you're looking to just go ahead and start out, that you might want to invest in it, and you do want to spend it on soul boxes, because you get the actual weapon. You can awaken their weapons. So you get on your summons, every other summons you'll get 5 shards for a chest, a 5-shard chest, to choose either Flyzens or since choose their weapon. Okay, every other, and then the next summon, uh, no shards for the weapon, but then the next you get another 5. Now you get shards for the character each time you do the summon. Okay, so that's what you want. So you need 50 shards. So every other. So basically, you're approximately going to have to pull, um, several times. But you should be able to do it with 20,000 Soul Jade, because you will be able to access the always Soul Jade rebate. As you do the Soul, you'll be able to get some Soul Jade back. So you won't be, you'll be able to continue on. But if you have 20,000, you should not in any way, shape, or form have any trouble getting the weapon and getting a fair amount of shards to boot. Okay, so that's why you want to spend your actual Soul Jade on the particular character inside of the Soul Box events. Now, the problem with the new higher character, when they introduce a new character, is the fact that to get the weapon inside of that event, you have to get them to 5 stars. That takes a lot of Soul Jade, a lot of Soul Jade, a lot of Soul Jade. Okay, you're going to need approximately between 35,000 to 40,000 Soul Jade to get to 5 stars inside of a character, new character event. And but you don't get the weapon until you get to 5 stars, because they have that little event up here which shows that. Okay, that's you. But inside of the Soul Box event, it's much, 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 much cheaper to get the weapon. So it's best to wait, for a Soul Box event if you want to do that. So that's why for me it's supplemental. I'm at supplemental right now because all my characters are pretty much at 6 stars except for Halloween Nemu. But I need about 80 more Omni Shards, and I'll be able to take her up to 6 stars as well. So this is what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on, as you can see, this is my focus right here. Okay, and one more. I'm actually focusing on these two as well too, and this is what's pulling me through the extreme challenges where you need 6 of all one particular type. You need 6 turtles, 6 vermilion birds, 6 dragons, 6 tigers. Okay, so those are the ones I'm focusing on, bringing up those characters to allow me to advance forward in an extreme challenge, and at the same time keeping my standard PvP and standard characters evident. So that's why I've limited to this. I've got everything I need. I've got multiple facets for healing, multiple attackers on each of the attack, and I'm progressing through fine. So I don't see the need to start spending on a brand new character at this particular point in time. Plus, there's talk that they might be coming out with a new game in lieu of the 1,000-Year Blood War, which will be coming out here in a few months. The anime for that, which was, if you're not aware of the manga, the anime ended before the manga. The manga had another arc called the 1,000-Year Blood War. Bleach anime ended before that was actually, Bleach anime started to lag off towards the end there. So Kabuto was sick, so there was a lot of stuff in lieu of that. But he's healthy now. he's the writer of the manga. So they are having the anime come out, the 1,000-Year Blood War, and the anime, it will focus on that final arc. So they're talking about a game coming out in lieu of that, which is obvious. All of the characters are going to have grown in the meantime, so there's obviously going to be an introduction to that. So I'm not sure if OG is going to even be associated with that. Not sure if it's going to be a mobile game. Not sure if it's going to be a Sony or Xbox game. Not sure what's going to happen with that. So we're not really sure. So I think that's why they've just stopped doing much of anything. I mean, the characters they're introducing just now haven't even been introduced in the story yet, because, like I say, the story is still here. So they haven't even reached the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc, which is where all these new characters are coming from. So I don't know what they're going to do. But yeah, the 2 characters that in the Soul Box, both of them are good if you're looking for an attacker. building those up, maxing them out won't go wrong. Just neither on my team, so I'm just going to hold off. Uh, it's going to take it takes a lot of shards to make that 7-star jump. I'm going to start spending and focusing just on those team members so I can get them to 7. It's like 340 shards, and they just do not give you shards in this game anyway whatsoever, except in the soul box events. And you have to earn Omni shards. That's the only way to really do it. There's limitations. Not going to spend any more money on this game. As I've said, I've been playing it ever since its inception, and I've spent something like 24 bucks. 19.99 for the Soul Jade rebate growth when it came out, and then I spent $5.94, I believe it was, to get Christmas or Hime, the best healer in the game. $5.94 for her, and that's all I've spent. I haven't spent anything else on the game. Not going to either. It's just they're not doing anything. The few gameplay dimensions they've entered have all been pretty much useless. They're mostly from a pay-to-win a standard, and it's why a lot of the people don't play the game. Most of the people, especially on the early servers, like I'm on server 100, they don't log on much at all, except when a new event comes, and they'll log on to get the character and play it for a little while, but then they'll drop off. It's just not exciting, and it's boring during the day. So that's where we're at with the state of the game. There's still a lot of people new coming to the game higher up. But yeah, so I don't know how much longer. If they do come out with a new mobile game when 1,000 Year Blood War comes out, I'll probably switch to that. And do some content on that. But in terms of this, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on that we do it. But there is a soul box event up, and both are good characters. So if you're newer to the game, definitely might be a way to go, because you'll get the weapon. And that's always what matters. Making the character stronger requires that weapon, and it needs to be awoken, and you can get it within this event. So that's the way to go. So that's where your soul jade should be spent. Okay? So that's all I got. Just wanted to do a quick video on that, let you know. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to like and share the videos. That helps the channel immensely. Kendrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.